Hello everyone, this is Joy from Mother Gaia Alchemy. Welcome to today's reading for the week 2nd of February to 7th of February. We are looking at the Sun and Earth transits through the human design lens for this upcoming week. And the energy that I'm tuning into through these gates is the energy of love and direction from the higher heart. We have an opportunity this week to really tune in to the higher heart and to tune into the higher frequencies of love, of compassion, of empathy, of listening from the heart space, from drawing into stillness and listening from the stillness of a quiet heart, a heart that is not being pulled into multiple directions, listening to many discordant voices, but coming back to presence, coming back to your own quiet, still inner self, where you can access wisdom for yourself and for the collective during this time. So the Sun is going to be moving through gate 13, and the Earth is going to be moving through gate 7. Now, both these gates are sitting in the G center, which in human design is known as the center as of purpose, finding direction, and love, identity. So with both of these gates being activated by the Sun's illumination and the Earth's stability, we have an opportunity really to tap into what is in the heart. What is the heart saying this week? There is a lot going on globally, and we can get drawn into the bad news. We can get drawn into all the voices, right? We are all on social media, and there are many, many voices pulling us in many different directions. And really, the Earth in Gate 7 is calling us to find stability by discerning which voices we are listening to, by discerning where there is a propensity for building up conflict, by building up a lack of boundaries. When we get caught up in other people's agendas, other people's ideas for the way things have to move forward. And before long, we've heard so many voices, and so many of them feel quite compelling in the moment that we find ourselves hitching a wagon to that train, when it is not necessarily in alignment with truth or in alignment with clarity. And we can only get to that clarity when we actually tapping into our strategy and our authority through human design. Are we waiting? Are we waiting to respond? Are we waiting to be invited? Are we allowing ourselves to tune into the lunar rhythms? What is guiding us in making our decisions around responding to the chaos that is out there right now? So gate 13 is the gate of the listener, and here we have opportunity to really listen with empathy through the heart. So not just listening from the mind and wanting to make judgments or decisions or criticisms from that place, but actually stilling ourselves right down, quietening down everything, so that we can be in presence and really listen to what it is we are hearing. So as the gate of the loving listener, that is tuning into the fellowship of man. That is, the fellowship of man is coming from the I Ching's aspect for this gate, and it's really being in fellowship with one another. And the gate 13, its way of finding direction is to look to the past And if we are tuning into the past from a lower frequency, we might be recalling times in past or times in history where crises like the ones we are living through right now had happened, or where there's just the bad news. We look back to the past, and so gate 13 finds wisdom and direction going there, but it must discern that it's either going to just throw its hands up in the air and say, well, it happened in the past, it's bound to repeat itself, or it can choose the higher path and listen to what is the undercurrent, what is the undertone here of what we are hearing when we go back to the past. When I hear my own inner voice say, oh dear, what's happened in the past is repeating itself. What is that causing me? What is that causing within me? How is that affecting me personally? And what then is coming out of my voice as a result? And so there's this, when we tune into what is really being said, when you get to the frequency beneath what is being said, we are either tuning into fear, the past repeating itself, or we are tuning into hope for the future, that we learn from our mistakes in order to find our direction. So it's really listening from the higher heart. Okay. And so then we come to the earth, and the earth energy is moving through gate 7, which is also sitting on the heart, on the higher heart, the G center. And here we have the energy of the wise shepherd. Okay, we can access the energy of the wise shepherd this week through the stability, through the earth stability that's coming through gate 7. The wise shepherd, we can choose that, or we can just be the person who wants to lead and say, well, I have the answer and this is the way we're going to move forward. Because in the same way that gate 13 looks to the past to find direction, gate 7 is actually looking to the future to find direction. And so as the wise shepherd, being future focused, the wise shepherd understands that where there is division, where there is disharmony, where there is a lack of boundaries, where the voices that are the loudest are the ones saying, come follow me and my agenda, and when we do that, we're cutting off others. The wise shepherd is going, what do we actually have in common here? Where is our harmony? It's wanting to direct and guide the group energy or the collective energy towards harmony. And so when gate 7 is not in its highest, and it's not behaving as the wise shepherd, it is leaning into a lack of boundaries. It's unable to discern the true voices or the truth of a situation. It's pulled into other people's agendas. And so we have an opportunity this week to choose, how are we going to move forward? Through listening. We're either going to listen and pull into the past and the crises of the past and fearing that is what is repeating itself, or we can take the hope from that higher perspective and project it into the future and understand that the way we move forward is through collective harmony. And so be the leader in your life this week. You know, we all have leadership aspects. It doesn't mean that just because certain people make it to, what we understand as leadership positions, every one of us is a leader of our lives in one way or another, and every one of us have voices coming through, a voice that speaks that actually is able to influence one way or another. So this week, we can use our voice to bring harmony by first having gone and been still within ourselves, hearing the truth through our own hearts, finding that sense of empathy, and then bringing the voice to the collective or to your community, to your tribe. Who are you speaking to? And perhaps even just for yourself, guiding yourself, being the leader of your own life moving forward, so that you discern the voices, you discern the lack of boundaries. Where do I need to be more boundaried with my energy so that I don't fall into division? And then how do I bring my voice as a voice that says, let's break down the walls that keep the fellowship of man from being able to move forward together. Let's break down the divisions. Let's lean into the common ground. Let's lean into what we have in common. Let's lean into our highest frequencies. And we can use our voice that way this week. Whether it's for ourselves personally, where have I not been using my voice in a way that has not been taking other people's hearts into account, not taking their experiences into account? Where have I been involved or contributed to division? And of course, all of this takes a radical self-reflection. So these are the energies of the week. And it's really coming back to the higher heart and the voice of the higher heart coming out through the throat, through the center of manifestation. So friends, blessings on your week. May we find the voice that brings, that cuts through all the chaos and the discordant frequencies. And may we find harmony, and may our voice contribute to harmony and unity as opposed to division.